Hi again everyone, welcome back to part 2 of this Gosho video on the Dragon Gate. Did you catch part 1? If not, go to my creative playlist section on my channel and you'll see it there, Gosho videos. So we left part 1 having talked about when we have such strong faith, we can surmount all and any obstacles, no matter how big they seem. And when we dedicate our lives to the Lotus Sutra, we are indeed showing such strong faith, and we cannot fail to win over all our struggles. So this Gosho is called the Dragon Gate. Why is it so called? Well, let's delve a bit deeper and let's learn about its significance in the Daishonin encouraging his followers there in Atsuhara. Put simply, Nichiren uses the Dragon Gate to describe how hard it is to obtain Buddhahood, how much effort we have to put in to achieve the highest state of life. After all, nothing comes easy, does it? And if it did, then we'd find no joy in achieving anything. Nichiren starts with this quote. A waterfall called the Dragon Gate exists in China. Its waters plunge 100 feet, swifter than an arrow shot by a strong warrior. It is said that a great many carp gather in the basin below, hoping to climb the falls, and that any that succeeds will turn into a dragon. Not a single carp, however, out of 100, 1,000, or even 10,000 can climb the falls, not even after 10 or 20 years. Sounds so harsh, doesn't it? But he goes on. Some are swept away by the strong currents. Some fall prey to eagles, hawks, kites, and owls, and others are netted, scooped up, or even shot with arrows by fishermen who line both banks of the falls 10 cho long. Such is the difficulty a carp faces in becoming a dragon. Nichiren goes on to say, attaining Buddhahood for us is no easier than for carp to climb the Dragon Gate. The Dragon Gate mentioned in this letter appears in Chinese folklore and, though it has not been conclusively identified, is thought to refer to a waterfall or rapids on the middle reaches of the Yellow River. Why is Nichiren saying this in such a way? Why is he telling us how difficult it is to attain Buddhahood? Surely we want him to say how easy it is. Really? Well, is life easy? Is life without difficulties? Would we rather have no challenges? No, of course not. Life is tough for everyone. No one can escape obstacles, but because of them, we become happier. And when we chant to the Ganzen, do we just write down our determinations and then wait for them to magically appear? No, we chant for the wisdom to know what to do to achieve our goals, don't we? And then we take action. So we can take Nichiren's words 2 ways. On one hand, we can say he's telling us it's impossible to attain Buddhahood, just like it's impossible for a carp to climb the waterfall and turn into a dragon. In which case, let's just give up and lead an unfulfilled life. Or, on the other hand, we could say he's encouraging us to put even more effort into leading a happy life. I like to think he's saying the latter, because we all have hardships. So please put effort into your happiness. Please all make gigantic efforts to lead a happy life. That is what he is telling us. And that's why it's so important to make a vow. It's that promise to ourselves that we will win over our struggles and therefore will lead a happy life. And a vow isn't just a determination, something we chant towards. It could be something we remember when we're going through tough times. I can remember many times where I've been through really rough times and really tested my resolve. But each time, what gets me back on track is when I really remember the vow I made. The vow to work for Kozen Rufu. I vowed that no matter what is going on in my life, I will pour every effort into my happiness and the happiness of others. And when I remember that vow, it gets me back on track, back to the Gohonzon. That is what the Daishonin is saying to his followers in Atsuhara in this Gosho. All these people practiced the Lotus Sutra, but when harassed in one way or another by the devil king of the sixth heaven, who had taken possession of their rulers and other authorities, they backslid and forsook their faith, and thus wandered among the six paths for countless kalpas. Nichiren here is referring to people who have forgotten their vow once they've met with persecutions and given up their faith. In another Gosho, The Difficulty in Sustaining Faith, Nichiren writes, "To accept is easy, to continue is difficult." And I get it. It is difficult though, right? But it's a great deal more difficult when we allow negativity to set in, when we allow the negative forces, the devilish functions in life to take over. So it's important to remember that life isn't without hardships. It's impossible to go through life without meeting obstacles. But when we remember our vows, our determinations, it's much more likely that we can bring ourselves back to the Gohonzon more quickly. And it's more important, I think, to have the kind of attitude that welcomes life's challenges. That way, we'll view our obstacles as a positive, an opportunity to do our human revolution. As Sensei describes, to bring our practice of the Lotus Sutra or the mystic law to successful completion means that we must eagerly and joyfully embrace the mission of taking on the sufferings of still more and more people and of challenging even greater difficulties in our cause for peace and happiness. Nichiren urges us to actively seek this way of life, to valiantly climb the dragon gate of faith as successors of Kozen Rufu and attain Buddhahood without fail. That's the biggest plus being part of the Soka Gakkai. It gives me great strength to know I've got the support of fellow members. On this, Sensei writes, "The Soka Gakkai possesses the bond of mentor and disciple that is strong enough to withstand any adversity. And its members, noble, ordinary people who are polishing their lives by striving in faith with the same commitment as their mentor, all allied together in solid unity." Nichiren says about this, "If the spirit of many embody but one in mind prevails among the people, they will achieve all their goals. Whereas, if one in body but different in mind, they can achieve nothing remarkable." The Daishonin wrote this in 1275, when persecutions began in Atsuhara due to the increasing amount of new members there. I have no doubt whatsoever that this inspired them to become as one. And it's about time we got inspired by this too. We seem to be living as if one in body, many in mind. Like we're seeking out differences between us, like body shape and race and colour and all sorts of ridiculous things that disunite us. So let's focus on what unites us. And when we do so, we are assured of victory in life. A good way to end? I think so. There are plenty more of these videos to come, both basics of Buddhism videos and Gosho videos. So look out for those and get subscribing so you don't miss out. Once again, thank you so much for watching. I hope you got inspired. Until next time, happy chanting.